And it's not just Sunnis who are targeted, but other minorities too. In Camp Liberty, members of the Iranian resistance, whose asylum seeker status has now been officially recognised by the United States in addition to the European Union, live at the mercy of Prime Minister Maliki and those who control him from Tehran. We know it. The High Representative knows it, and I suppose you, President of the Council, know it. Inaction or soft diplomacy is not an option when 3,000 men and women are under deadly threat. It is time for the High Representative and for Member States to do something effective for once.
Very much, Mr. President. For some time we've been hearing about the terrible situation in Camp Ashraf, where there are 2,000 refugees from the Iranian opposition. The humanitarian situation there is catastrophic, and recently, at the beginning of September, there was an attack in which dozens of people were killed. We saw terrible films, including of the execution of dozens of people and the abduction of others whose fate remains unknown. Those are terrible events. The Iraqi authorities claim they have no knowledge of who carried out those brutal attacks, but that's hard to believe. Is the Commission analysing that situation? Is the Commission doing anything to counter these appalling attacks and the impending humanitarian disaster? There could be a massacre at that camp at any moment. The Iranian opposition are in appalling conditions in Camp Liberty. Representatives of the Iranian opposition are being attacked.
More than 300,000 Iranian citizens have gone to Ashraf and Liberty camps in Iraq in the light of the attacks which are still also involving the Iraqi forces who are supposed to protect them. The latest attack in September 2013, many people were shot, including doctors and nurses. The Iraqi government, despite its involvement, refuses to let the family members of the more than 52 victims know where these people have been buried. They are refusing to allow the walls to be built around the camp as well. It's incredible to see that Mrs. Ashton hasn't stepped in this situation, that Europe is pretending nothing's happened. Where were these people? We shouldn't forget either the ongoing massacre of the Christians and the destruction of their churches.
Grazie, onorevole Wałęsa.
Thank you, Mr. Wałęsa.
What has happened, for example, in Camp Ashraf last year in September, that's unforgivable. 52 people were brutally murdered. Their families, their next of kin don't know where they are buried, yet they have a right to know. We need an independent international investigation into the matter. We have to make sure that our member states take in the refugees that are still there in Camp Liberty. Thank you.
Also, the issue of the residents of the Camp Huria was raised, and the truth about the attack which took place on the 1st of September 2013. I would like to inform the House that the High Representative Vice President immediately condemned the attack against the camp of Ashraf, and she has continued to ask the Iraqi authorities to conduct a full and transparent investigation into those events. The resettlement of the camp residents in a third country remains the best permanent solution. Member States are regularly encouraged to consider accepting the camp residents, and we would ask for your support in this regard.